Hello and welcome back to Heads Will Roll Reforged, and we're here after the Siege of Cambrai, and, well, we're in Chapter 3. We're in Chapter 3, which is pretty cool, in my opinion. Anyway, we're gonna obviously do a little bit of gambling here, because I need to get my fatigue back under control, and someone actually said very, very astutely, again, there are so many people providing such helpful information. I thank you very, very much. It really helps a great deal. So what we're actually going to do is I'm probably going to talk to the blacksmith because he apparently has a quest, but for some reason I don't seem to be able to do that. I'm going to assume that I have missed that, or I failed it, or whatever, in the first chapter, or something like that. I'm going to assume that that's what happened. So what we're going to do is we're just going to continue with this character as far as I can possibly go. Obviously, it's probably not going to go very far. Let's just say that. It's probably not going to go very far at all, but we're going to try it, okay? We're going to try it and see what happens. So, people have said to me, craftsmanship, very, very important. One of the most important things that you can go for. But for me, obviously, right now, I'm probably unable to do anything with it. I mean, I can do something with it, I guess. I mean, my shield actually needs to be repaired, as you can see there. So it's probably going to be something that I'll do in just a moment. But what we also want to do is we want to go to the doctor. We want to go to the doctor and we want to do something with that because obviously we're maimed at the moment. So we need to kind of help ourselves. And we also have a civic talent point to spend. What are we going to be spending it in? Boost your chance to winning when gambling. Oh no. I think I'll probably just go for Beast of Burden, to be honest. I think that sounds like a probably better idea. Or do it yourself allows you to craft items without a sewing kit or alchemist's tools. In my opinion, that sounds pretty good. You know what? We're going to do that. I might actually be taking that in the future as well, and basically just trying to make as much stuff as possible, because apparently people say that getting a huge amount of gold also has a significant impact on a number of things. So yeah, I'm actually thinking, yeah, okay, we probably want to do that. There we go, minor blood loss and everything, and we can obviously trade here, so you can take some healing herbs and so on and so forth. And can I actually buy this stuff? Yeah, I can. Okay, so let's actually just buy a couple of things here. There's a canteen here as well. People say that canteens are absolutely fantastic too. So if I go here and okay, that doesn't do anything. How does this actually work? See, this is the point. I have no idea. Okay. Okay, this is all locked. So how do you actually create like medicine and things? I guess I'm going to need craftsmanship 5 to be able to do that. Do I even want to bother with trying to get to craftsmanship 5? Maybe it's going to be useful? I don't know. Shortly after the start of the siege, the camp starts to experience small supply disruptions. As you find out, the cause is in the wagons coming from Dunkirk that got stuck due to the roads being washed out by the rain. The king doesn't want to risk the morale and combat effectiveness of the army, and gives the order to outfit detachments of foragers who will go to the surrounding settlements to collect food. By coincidence, you are at the head of one of these small detachments. The sergeant gives you a map of the area, on which several nearby villages are marked, places that you have to visit. While instructing you, the sergeant urges you not to show excessive aggression towards the local residents, but also not to babysit them either. The soldiers need something to eat, and the peasants will have to share, whether they want to or not. Also, he said, one should always keep one's ear to the ground when dealing with villagers. It is not for nothing that an old English proverb says, "In the woods there are fancy-ass pheasants, in the mud huts there are dirty-ass peasants." Right, I've never heard of that ever before, but there you go. And we've now added the forager quest. In addition, the sergeant advises you to take a good look at the surrounding places, and if you come across a place that the foragers have forgotten about and where you can still get a hold of some food, be sure to report it to him. For a reward, of course. New quest added, plain sight. Okay, so we can obviously train some more if we want to, or I can just literally do a little bit of restoration. I think we're just going to restore ourselves a little bit, just in case we have to actually fight some things. And so what we have to do is we have to go to Village 1, Village 2, Village 3, and that's exactly what we'll do, I suppose. But I do have Craftsmanship 5 now, so what I'm going to do first is I'm just going to take a look here. So wait a minute, how do I make these? Oh, I need 3 healing herbs. I literally need 3 healing herbs to be able to create medicine. So I guess, is there a way for me to actually get that? Wait a minute, I'm going to the wrong screen. Okay, let's go down here. There's no more healing herbs. Wait. No, wait. This is actually the wrong place. I need to go to the camp physician to be able to buy healing herbs. Yes, there we go. Alright, so I purchased that. Now let's actually see whether this works. I'm always very skeptical about the crafting system in this game now because it just doesn't work for me for some reason. I don't know why. Oh, there we go. I actually created something else. What is this? It's an antidote. Okay. Is this actually any good? Well, I think it is. And we also have snake poison here that we can actually craft into whatever this is. What is this? Unreliable poison. Will hardly be enough to kill a man on its own, but definitely will soften the target up. What does the snake poison do, though, in comparison? I don't actually know. I can't tell. I can't actually check that in this screen. So I guess we'll just leave it. I am going to, of course, go to... My chest is full. Are you serious? My chest is actually full right now? Okay. Okay, I can upgrade it, but I'm gonna need 150 florins, and I don't have 150, you absolute imbecile. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna transfer a one wine bottle over there, and then we're just going to go over to... I have no idea where to go, actually. All of these things, I am just literally, like, so confused about where to go. We're gonna go here, repair this, there we are. Ugh. So many different menus to deal with. Alright, so let's go in there and get the shield equipped, and now we'll finally start traveling. So let's travel to Village 1. After about a 2-hour journey, you reach a settlement called Barfleur, located west of Cambrai. The village looks frankly poor, and one of your companions immediately says that peasants here probably don't have anything even for themselves. The peasants you come across on the way look tattered and intimidated, and do not at all resemble wealthy people you could take something from. Taking a good look around, you find the village headman, whose words only confirm your observations. There is nothing to take in Barfleur because the locals themselves can hardly make ends meet. The soldiers look at you inquiringly, awaiting your decision. Alright. I have no idea actually what to go for here. Basically, if I wanted to be an absolute idiot, I would just go and take what little we can find. But I'm thinking, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna actually. Shall I be nice? Oh, this playthrough hasn't been one where I've been a nice person, so I'm not sure. Okay, we'll just offer the peasants to sell their food. Not wanting to bleed the people dry, but at the same time not daring to disobey the royal order, you try to find a compromise and offer the villagers to sell their food to you. Of course, there is no talk about buying at a market price, but at least some kind of compensation will clearly be better than nothing, and at least will allow them not to starve to death. After a little thought, the headman asks for 50 florins. I have 35. I'm going to invite other soldiers to chip in. Since you do not have the money to pay the entire amount on your own, you offer the rest of the soldiers to chip in. None of the soldiers are delighted with such an idea. You try to convince them, but your authority is clearly... This is where the reputation would have helped. Yes, it's clearly not enough. Alright, take what little we can find then. Despite the protests and pleas of the headman as well as of the other villagers, you, one after another, ravage all the village houses and sheds, stuffing bales with food. You leave the village to the accompaniment of the crying and howling of dozens of women and children. One of the soldiers riding next to you mutters in an undertone that, although orders are orders, you did not act like a Christian. Alright, there you go. Okay, so we're gonna continue onward to the next one. I actually don't even know. Do we take any fatigue from doing this? No, we don't. Okay, we don't take any fatigue from doing it, so that's absolutely fantastic. So let's go to Village 2 now. Heading east from the camp, you soon arrive at a large village called Fer-ar-Cheval. Large, clean houses and quite decently, by the village standards, dressed people immediately strike your eye. The locals clearly live very comfortably. However, you cannot get to the center of the settlement to have a good look at it. A group of armed people quickly blocks the road. An elderly man leading them introduces himself as the head of the village, and suggests you get the hell out, stating that looters and foragers are not welcome here. Although the headman tries to avoid outright rudeness, he does not particularly choose his words, and one can clearly hear ill-concealed threats in them. Alright. So, what we're going to do is we're going to resolve the matter by force. You're not going to just stand there and endure insults and threats from some filthy peasants. Without wasting time on unnecessary thoughts, you immediately smack the headman in his cocky face and draw your weapon. Alright, so... Yes, I know. I probably should not have done this, all things considered, but I highly doubt he would have been open to any kind of, you know, negotiation. So let's see if I'm actually going to be able to do this, because I haven't really improved my ability to fight since last time, so we're going to just try to reduce his stamina as much as we possibly can. Once we've reduced his stamina, I'm going to switch to offense, and then we are going to attack him. So that's going to reduce it again. He's going to recover. Oh yeah, you know what? Yeah, so this is kind of annoying actually. I'm not entirely sure what to do right now. I guess I will just go for offensive now, and then we'll just attack. Let's do this. 91%? That was a miss? Are you serious? Wow, my helmet just got damaged. Well, there you go. That's not particularly good. Let's try to recover a little bit here. Okay, he's trying to recover as well. I'm going to try to recover again. I'm going to go for Bone Crusher, actually. I feel like I should really go for Bone Crusher. As you can see, partially blocked by armor. He maimed me again. Oh my. Okay, yeah, that's not really good. Okay, let's do this. Bone Crusher, that's going to hopefully... Oh yeah, there we go. We broke his leg. Agility reduced by 3. That's absolutely perfect. Wonderful. Alright, he maimed us. It's only fair that we maim him in return, right? It is only fair. Alright, so let's just do a little bit more recovery. We're going to need to do that. Yeah, so people have said that, once again, that stamina is very, very important to manage as best as you can. Because if you can manage your stamina really, really well, you're basically going to be almost invulnerable to attack. And as you can see, the enemy is not doing a particularly good job of you know, that. So what we're going to do is, once again, we're just going to go Bone Crusher. There we go. Arm muscles cut. Wait... There we go. Agility, yeah, agility weapon skill reduced by 3 and 3. That's absolutely fantastic. So I'm just going to continue basically doing this, because I think maybe I can start attacking him now, maybe, because his weapon skill has literally been reduced to nothing almost, I would assume. Because as far as I'm aware, you can actually right-click on these guys, can't you? Or isn't there something you can do to actually right-click on this guy? I mean, someone said that you can right-click on them or something. Ah, no, you can left-click on them. There you go. So now you can actually see what he has available. And so you can see here that he has an iron helmet, a soldier's axe, an improvised shield, and you can see his stats, which is obviously fantastic. That makes a huge, huge difference. Alright, so I'm pretty happy with how we've gone right here. So what we're going to do is we're now going to start to attack dramatically. We're now going to start to do some overheads. Let's just go for the limbs, I guess. 96 was a miss. Are you serious right now? Are you joking? Okay, sure. That was a bit weird. I'm not entirely sure why. Okay, I'm just gonna go for the body then, I guess. Not something that I wanted to do, to be honest, because I personally feel like a 96% chance. I mean, obviously we all know, you know, if you've played the game XCOM, you're going to know that, yeah, 96 is obviously not a 100% chance, but I would have expected it to be a pretty high amount. He blocked me there as well, which is not exactly great. And this is probably going to not have any kind of time limit, right? Highly doubt. Oh, my shield literally got broken. Okay. Oh my, oh dear, this is bad. Okay, headshot. Come on, deflected by helmet. Enemy formation is crumbling. Oh no, so there is actually a time limit associated with this. That is hilarious. Okay, yeah, well, he has a helmet, so I probably shouldn't have attacked his helmet, all things considered. But he has a shield, and so I was kind of hoping to get around that, you see. That's what I was trying to go for here. Let's go for the body then. Okay, can we bleed him, please? It seems like... Okay, one thing I have actually seen that I think probably is something that I'll change in the future is we're using a mace. And a mace, as far as I'm aware, I don't think it can actually cause bleeding. And there we go. The peasants fight stubbornly for a time, but seeing you slaughter them one by one, they gradually lose confidence and soon begin to flee, throwing away their weapons. Realizing that the defense of the village has completely failed, the headman throws his weapon to the ground after the rest of the villagers, begging to spare the population of fair HWR. Not to kill people, and not to burn houses. The soldiers are only amused by his begging. Some of them are already rubbing their hands in anticipation of a good booty, and someone already raises an axe over the head of the headman. Do not interfere with the execution. You decide not to interfere with the execution, reasoning that the peasant has sealed his fate with his own stupidity and insolence. Having decapitated the headman, the soldiers walk through all the most decent-looking houses, stuffing their pockets with valuables and looting everything they can find. After a couple of hours, you finally head back, leaving what was once a clean and prosperous village behind you, smoking and plundered. Alright, there you go. Wow, okay. We got only benefits from this, which is actually hilarious. Okay, camp physician, I'm gonna have to... I literally cannot pay. Yes, I literally cannot pay anything. So what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to go to my chest. I have medicine here. We'll instantly recover 25 HP. I should probably sell this, shouldn't I? I should probably sell this. I should probably go and buy some additional healing herbs from the physician, and then I should probably just go and sell this or something like that. I have no idea. I guess I'll just sell that for 40. Do we have anything else available here? We have some leather and so on and so forth. Can I actually create some really good things out of leather? I think I can, right? So let me actually just see. Let me see now. Leather. There we go. Okay, so I can craft this. Can I craft something else with 3? No. Okay, so 2 leather. Done. Okay, we created a canteen. Is that actually good? I have no idea. I mean, people say this is really good. As you can see, instantly recovers some fatigue. But I can sell this for 15. That's not that much. But what about if I combine this? Someone said that if I combine a canteen with leather or combine it with something, it does something. It helps us. So wait a minute. Let me actually just see. Oh, I need craftsmanship 6 to be able to see what this is. Yeah, okay. Well, that obviously makes a big difference, doesn't it? That's kind of annoying, because I have very little in terms of fatigue. So, okay, fine. You know what? Well, let's just go here. Can I heal? Yeah, I can heal myself now. So let's just heal from this. And we'll just go and gamble a little bit, just to reduce my fatigue. There we are. Fantastic. In an attempt to somehow brighten up the incredible gloom of everyday life in the siege camp, one of the knights from Count Sunderland's entourage is organizing a fist-fighting tournament. Each noble lord will nominate a single champion from their retinue. When you bring the Earl the news about the upcoming tournament, he, being busy with the development of his ingenious plans to conquer the city together with the prince, does not pay it much mind. And so he suggests to send you there. Being in good physical shape, you are used to feeling confident in fights, and therefore you are considering the opportunity to participate in the tournament. The promises of a generous reward for the winner are especially tempting. Alright, so then we can actually participate or refuse. I'm going to participate here. On reflection, you accept the Earl's offer and decide to participate. The gist of the tournament is quite simple. All fights consist of 3 5-minute rounds, according to the results of which, the judges determine the winner, who has delivered the most significant blows. Also, the fight can be ended prematurely if one of the fighters surrenders, is knocked out, or otherwise loses the capability to continue the fight. Your opponent turns out to be a big lad, Fulton Everley, a cavalryman from among the people of Lord Canterbury. Ideally described as a hefty chap, Fulton is almost more wide than tall and has remarkable physical strength. However, like most big guys, he certainly has stamina issues that will become apparent in the later rounds. In any case, the fight with him will not be easy. Looking around the large crowd of spectators, you notice Cecilia just a few seconds before the start of the fight, who watches you with interest. You catch her gaze, but a moment later a gong sounds, announcing the start of the battle and ridding your head of all the extraneous thoughts. Alright, so what we're going to do is we are obviously going to capitalize on our agility. You try to keep your opponent at a distance, but clearly... Oh, are you serious? I thought I had a huge amount of agility. Do I not? From the very beginning of the fight, Fulton rushes at you like an angry bull. You manage to dodge the first pair of his swoops, but the next jerk takes you by surprise, and one of the big guy's sweeping hooks hits you exactly on the bridge of your nose. You manage to stay on your feet, but your strength is clearly undermined. During the rest of the round, you miss a couple of hard blows, which definitely leave the advantage to Fulton. Alright, so... Oh no. Can I not... Oh, you know what? I felt like I had a huge amount of agility. Was this character not the one that I had like 8 agility with? Okay. I assume my agility is really low, so let's engage in close combat then. You start the second round with a confident performance at close range. With a series of heavy body punches, you knock the air out of Fulton, forcing him to go into deep defense mode. Strength check passed. Most of his attempts to respond are extremely unconvincing, and by the end of the round you have no doubt that the second segment is yours. However, you have to pay for this success with a complete depletion of your stamina. Endurance check failed. Alright, so we're going to try agility again. In the third round, you decide to keep your distance. Yes, we did it this time! Having lost his strength and breathing heavily, Fulton turns into a static target. It's easy for you to dodge his slow punches and throw quick jabs and combinations in response. The enemy withstands all of your punches and ends the battle still standing up without breaking down under fire. Strength check failed. After 3 rounds of intense fighting, you win by judge's decision. The promised reward is not long in coming, plus 55 florins. Okay. Are you serious? That was it? Alright, well that's going to be enough to heal my wounds, I guess. And I think, yeah, okay, that's actually all that we needed to do, really. Technically, we could train some more, but we do still need to complete the quest here. So we're going to go to Village 3. You find a village called Conques, a few hours southeast of the camp. As you approach the settlement, you hear the echoes of a not-so-French song coming from there, and you begin to feel that something is amiss. My mother told me someday I will buy a galley with good oars, sail to distant shores. You soon realize that your fears were not in vain. The village is already thoroughly plundered. By your own allies, no less. Those are mercenaries from among the people of Lord Canterbury, whose camp is located on the north side of Cambrai. A small group of mercenaries saddle their horses, laden with all kinds of booty, loudly singing a song as they prepare to set off. You were not the only one who received the task of obtaining food, but the places for foraging were strictly distributed between different units. Having plundered Conques, the mercenaries crossed into foreign territory, and they can probably get a serious punishment for such arbitrariness. Your arrival does not particularly baffle them. Only a few people seem to react to you at all, but they just get a better grip on their weapons, while the rest continue to prepare the horses. Soon, one figure separates from the group of mercenaries and heads towards you for talks. As you step towards him, you're stopped for a second by one of your squad members. He quickly warns you against rash actions regarding the mercenaries, since quarreling with them is the quickest way to end up 6 feet under. It seems that these negotiations will definitely not be easy. The head of the mercenaries introduces himself as Ruffin, who, judging by the dialect, turns out to be your fellow countryman from South England. He and his people look like real thugs, and the wicked aura emanating from him immediately instills anxiety in you. Showing him the map marked by the sergeant, you say that you must confiscate the provisions that the mercenaries have looted in Conques, for you have the corresponding order from Earl Northampton and the King personally. Throwing big names around, you hope to make an impression on the mercenary, but your interlocutor brushes them off as if the names he just heard belonged to some rootless peasants. Immediately switching to a patronizing tone, Ruffin lets you know that you are late and now you have nothing to claim. His people were the first to reach Conques, which means that the booty is their due. Okay, so in other words, I should have gone to Village 3 first. But then something else probably would have happened. I didn't even know that Village 1 was the poorest. How did I know that? I don't know. Smiling, he suggests you wait until they leave and then walk around the village again. Somewhere behind a stove or a bed something is still lying around. He also winks at you and offers a couple of florins for ale as a consolation prize. Okay, I'm going to accept and let the mercenaries leave in peace. With the words, "good boy," Ruffin slaps you on the cheek and tosses a coin to the ground. Then grinning, he turns around and instructs his people to get ready. This scene clearly would not benefit your reputation among the soldiers if at least one of them was willing to behave differently. But judging by their faces, they very well understand that you all just got off very easy. Kicking up a cloud of dust, the mercenaries start singing out their song again and slowly ride off to the northwest, leaving you behind. And you remember about the coin thrown to the ground by Ruffin. Pick up the coin. Money is money. You're not used to throwing it around, and despite the ambiguity of the situation, you decide to pick it up, at least so you can return it to Ruffin next time you meet. A lucky coin. A small coin with a portrait of an ancient king will yield you more gold from killed enemies and will increase gold received for selling items. Is this actually an item that I can equip? Yeah, it's a trinket. Alright. Realizing well that there is definitely nothing worthwhile left in the village, you nevertheless decide to quickly walk through the houses. And immediately, you come across an unpleasant surprise. Almost in every house you're greeted by the owners, with blank stares of their cold, dead eyes. Ruffin's men not only plundered Conquer, appropriating what should have been yours, but also slaughtered almost all of its inhabitants, and you've let them get away with it. You're well aware that the odds were stacked against you, yet you can't help but blame yourself for what happened. You swear that the next time you meet Ruffin, you will make him pay for his actions. Your squad returns back in complete silence. After visiting all the villages marked on the map, you return to the camp where the sergeant is already waiting for you. Seeing that you are not returning empty-handed, he immediately brightens, praises you for a job well done, and promises to put in a good word for you with the Earl and arrange an early promotion. However, when it comes to counting the provisions you have delivered, the sergeant notices that it's clearly less than it should have been from 3 villages. In response, you also tell him about the encounter with a gang of mercenaries in the village of Conquer. This story is very perplexing to the sergeant, and he promises to report this incident to the Earl. Alright, there you go, okay. So we did actually get a reward for it, which I gotta say is pretty nice. I think that's okay. Now let's actually see here. Is there anything else that I can buy here? Yeah, we can buy another healing herb if we want to, so we might as well do that, because then we can craft some more. We can craft some more medicine or something like that, right? Yes, there we go. Craft some more medicine. And then is there something? Yeah, there we go. We can actually create this, which is antidote, but that doesn't really do anything, right? That doesn't really do anything. Can I sell this for a lot, or is this actually less than what I can sell medicine for? That's the question. Because if I go here and sell... where's my inventory? Where did that just go? Did that go into my chest? Why is my medicine automatically going into my chest? I have no idea, but yeah. So as you can see here, Cantina can also be sold, obviously, so I guess we might as well sell it, and we should transfer the lucky coin back over here, I guess. And, I mean, that's the thing. Look at this. I could sell this for 40, and now we have 122 gold. And if I sell this for 15, we have 137. I have no idea whether this is actually good, by the way. But obviously, as I said to you before, this is very much a case of us just testing stuff out. And, well, next time around, we're going to be having a much better time. So what we're actually going to do is, for the remainder of the time, I'm actually going to train with a coach a little bit here. Let's see here. So, wait a minute. If I train with the coach, apparently that doesn't... Okay. I was kind of hoping that it would do a little bit more than that. Your immoral conduct spawns various unpleasant rumors which quickly spread around, tarnishing your reputation. Okay. One of the knights arranges a training session for the militiamen, instructing them in various advanced weapon handling techniques and maneuvers. Weapons skill increased by 1. Oh, that's actually very useful. Okay, thank you very much. Let's increase my melee weapon skill once again. And then let's just rest a little bit more. There we go. Yes. A page comes looking for you. He tells you that the Earl requests you for some important matter, and you should report to him immediately. Okay, let's go ahead and do that then. Arriving on the orders of the Earl, you find him in the company of the Prince, surrounded by several uncorked bottles of the wine you obtained earlier. When you appear, the conversation between them dies down, and both begin to inspect you with interest. Yeah, no, I see the resemblance. The mug, of course, is just a little thuggish, but on the whole, it looks quite virtuous. Exactly. What's the matter? Do you think he can handle it? He seems to have a head on his shoulders, this boy, and even with some semblance of wrinkles in it, certainly better than most smooth-brained lads here. If we need a quick-witted person who is at the same time quite disposable, who can also be entrusted with responsible business, then he is clearly the best candidate. So be it. Listen here, boy. As you probably already understood, we are thoroughly stuck under Cambrai, although according to the plan, we should have been deep in France by this time. This bloody little town has become a bone in the king's throat, a bone that could well ruin the whole war venture. The next assault will soon take place, and it should be decisive. In order not to screw it up again, we need to get as much information as possible about the state of affairs in the city itself. How big are the losses of the French? In what state are their fortifications? Has their morale fallen? Are there enough provisions? And so on. Do you understand? I understand, but what have I got to do with it? We need eyes and ears in the city, and you are the right fit. Tell him. You have to sneak into the city, boy, and scout out the situation there. You don't have to worry. There will be almost no danger. It's a real deal. We thought it all over. You will enter the city under the guise of a monk who allegedly escaped from one of the nearby abbeys. which were so conveniently plundered by the mercenaries of Lord Canterbury. There will be no risk. Put on some rags and put on a cross. Make your way through the unsuspecting guards into the city and scout the situation there. And then dash back like a hog. Those schmoes won't know what hit them. A great plan, and most importantly reliable, like the Roman roads. Oh dear. What if I refuse? What happens if I refuse? Are they going to put me to the gallows? I'm going to agree. I think this is a great plan. Ha, you bet. Look, after all, even if you're killed, the likelihood of which, of course, is present, then it will be quite possible to assume that you died as a man of God, and at the Last Judgment, this will obviously count. Exactly, no downsides. Your confidence makes me happy. Once again, I realize that I was not mistaken in you, boy. Okay, the reputation increased. Unexpectedly, the prince removes a dagger from his belt, and with a sharp blow, plunges it into the wooden table. This is for you. Obviously, you cannot sneak a sword or an axe into the city, but a knife will do, and as the old saying goes, no written law is stronger than cold steel. Holding out your hand to take the dagger, you cannot help but think that a weapon is the last thing you need for such a mission. Oh dear. Oh dear. I have a bad feeling about this. I have a very, very bad feeling about this. Okay, so eye for an eye, find and kill Ruffin, find places near Cambrai that can be looted. Wait a minute. Is there nothing else? I can scavenge, obviously, but is that actually something that I want to do? Shall I try and scavenge a little bit? You get out of the camp and go to the surrounding forests to replenish your supplies, heading towards the unknown adventures lying ahead. Having wandered through the thicket of the forest for some time now, you suddenly wander out into a wide clearing. It tells a story of a battle that was fought here many years ago. The grass under your feet is covered in fragments of weapons and armor, but unfortunately, they are mostly useless. Looking around more closely, you discover the remains of a noble knight, whose equipment is much better preserved. Ooh. Now this is nice. Hello there. Give me those healing herbs. A longsword. Ooh, I like that. I like that. Thank you very much. And I'll take the leather as well. And there we go. Riding through a nearby forest, you catch the sounds of battle in the distance. Oh dear. Head towards the sound. I need to kill some people, you see, because that actually increases our score. You hurry towards the sounds and soon find yourself in a clearing where a knight is ferociously fighting several bandits. Entirely focused on the fight in front of them, they don't notice you. Okay, side with the side with the bandits. Oh my, I could actually side with the bandits. No, we're going to side with the knight. Your sense of honor compels you to quickly rush to the knight's aid. Is this a bad idea? This is definitely a bad idea, in my opinion. I should not have sided with the knight. Let's just say that. Okay, so we're going to just switch to the longsword here. Oh dear. I have a bad feeling about this. I think I will probably die here, actually, all things considered. Okay, let's try it. Whoa, this knight is insane, though. Look at him. He's got 70 HP. He's crazy good. I think he's crazy good, at least. I don't know. It feels to me like we're probably going to be fine. Let's feint this guy a little bit here first. There we go. Reduces stamina a little bit. Okay, so he's trying to split shield. Whoa. He destroyed his shield in one shot. I think I'm pretty happy with my choice, actually, to side with the knight. I think so, at least. I don't know. Maybe it's a bad idea, but I don't know. Should I just attack? You know what? Maybe I should just attack. You know, yeah. Fine. We're just going to attack because this guy is almost dead here, actually, hilariously enough. So let's just go offense. Let's attack the cutthroat first, and let's try a sword slash, weak spot. Whoa, yeah, we've got insane damage right here. Okay, we got insane damage. Let's see. Okay, overhead strike. No, that's not particularly good. Let's go for weak spot, and let's do body attack. Partially blocked by armor. I hit him for a little bit. Unfortunate that that was not enough. Okay. Okay, he's dropping helmets and everything. Okay, I'm getting hit a little bit here. I'm going to go defensive stance while I recover a little bit. That guy's going to kill him. Yeah, unfortunate. Wow, the knight is an absolute beast. I'm actually pretty thankful that I actually did side with the knight, because I'm really no offense, but this guy would absolutely murder us. Yeah, he would just absolutely destroy us. Oh, wow. Okay, so they've also made me bleed now, so that's great. Let's do some damage here. Overhead strike. Let's go for the body. Nice, we actually hit him for a pretty decent amount. Did he hit? Whoa, he killed him instantly. He actually killed this guy instantly. The knight thanks you for coming to his aid, and as a sign of his gratitude, gifts you his dagger. Okay, poisoned thorn. Okay, so it's a poisoned thorn right here. I guess I'll just get rid of some of the healing herbs or the leather, I guess. Wooden shield is obviously going to be pretty nice. What is this? Yeah, is an ideal companion for any adventurer. Okay. Old mace. I guess I can actually discard the old mace and take the shield. I don't think I can actually use a shield in in this case. Actually, I really wish I had more. I really wish I had more inventory space. That probably would have been a pretty good thing for me to go for here. Is there anything else that I can do? I'm just looking for things that I can potentially sell. Anyway, the rest of your way back goes smoothly without any more adventures. Alright, so we actually did that, surprisingly enough. Okay, so I can actually heal myself. Is that even worth me doing, by the way? The healing from the light blood loss? As far as I'm aware, I don't think it's actually worth it. But I could be wrong, I don't know. Okay, so what does strong ale actually do? Does this actually do anything? I can't even tell. I have no idea. I mean, you can see here that none of this actually has anything to do with strong ale, so I'm going to assume that I could literally just probably sell it or something, and that's probably going to be enough. As you can see, this is absolutely incredible. It has a poison level of 3. Is that good? I don't know. But we're going to sell my hunting knife here. I probably should have actually done that beforehand. Going to sell the shield. Gonna sell the... Should I sell the wine? I don't actually know. We should go over here. Where's the strong ale? Did I not take the strong ale, or what's actually happening with that? Because as far as I'm aware, yeah, there it is. Okay, we're just gonna take this, take that. There we are, and then we're just gonna trade, sell here. Sell all of that. Okay, so I have 186. Yes, I have 186. And we can obviously do this if we want to. So basically, instantly recovers 30 fatigue in battle. This is obviously fantastic. So could be really, really useful. We also have leather armor here, which could be useful too. Do I want to buy this for 65? I want to buy a helmet, actually, all things considered. But this is literally 110 cost, which is very, very expensive. Gonna buy it, I guess. Because we kind of need it, right? We kind of need a helmet because my helmet is currently damaged, and we can obviously repair that and then sell it if we want to. Let's go over here to the blacksmith. Let's repair something. Can we repair this for 14 florins? Wow, that's actually really, really nice. It was super cheap actually to repair that. And then we can sell the light helmet for 40, so that's pretty good. Now we've got 104. So what we're going to do is we're just going to train with the coach, and then we're just going to gamble a little bit here, just get back our fatigue as much as we can. And I will train one more time with the coach, I guess, or is there something else that I want to do? Maybe endurance would be good. Let's just increase this a little bit. Oh wow, I'm going way too hard on this actually. I think we might have a problem. No, we're fine. Ooh, that was just about it. You dragged on with the preparations too much and failed to fulfill the order. Oh, I should have snuck in way beforehand. Oh well, never mind. I completely forgot about that. I was so embroiled in thinking about my stats that I completely forgot about the sneak in thing. Alright, well, does it matter? Does it matter really? I don't know, maybe it does. So if we equip this, no, we can't equip it because we need a belt or a pouch to be able to do that. Do I have enough money to be able to buy something like that? I don't have any time left. Okay. The air in the camp fills with tension as it is getting on for the second decisive assault. The initial plan of a lightning-fast campaign and fast advance into French territory, as envisioned by the king, is not just at risk, it is about to come apart at the seams. Any delay can result in incalculable risks. Reports on the farthest sentries indicate that the French king, Jean II, is already pulling in troops from all across his realms to the borders of the province. That meant thousands of knights, including the very best of the French chevaliers. Lingering at Cambrai for one more week would pretty much spell doom for the English army that will find itself stuck between a rock and a hard place. with impenetrable city walls on one side and the French king's ironclad heavy cavalry on the other. Seeking to delay the advance of the French troops and buy more time for another decisive offensive, King Edward allocates about a quarter of his troops to Thomas Marshall, a prominent English commander, to intercept and set back Jean's approaching forces, not yet joined together into one unstoppable army. This bold move leaves no doubt that the events of the several upcoming days will decide the fate of the campaign. From lords and knights, the tension quickly spreads to sergeants and mere soldiers, and when the time for the assault comes, the whole army is on edge, with every last man understanding that weight of the situation. Alright, and now we get to go into battle. These are my stats. Do you think I'm going to survive? I don't think so. Gonna end this episode off here. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.